Hi there, this is John Hyman from Commercial Real Estate Online. This is the show where I like to share information and tips, tools and ideas in commercial real estate brokerage around the world. The website to contact us is commercial-realestate-training.com, and visit the site because we're always sharing information there relating to sales, leasing and property management, office, industrial and retail. Now in today's program I'm going to go down into one particular topic, and that is the matrix of shopping centre performance. It's quite special. It's a very deep matrix. You'll get some ideas from this, and this will help my friends in shopping centre performance around the world. So here's the program, and I'll catch you at the other end. So let's say you've been given a shopping centre to lease, to manage, to work with. Of course, there's many different things to think about. And indeed, this particular matrix has lots of topics for you to review. There's just many different things here to think about. And in the different videos, I'll take you into these different topics, of course. And that will help you with leasing and also managing. Today, I want to go into two particular topics, that is property design and tenancy mix. Now, in saying that, these two topics are very physical when you look at the property itself. It gets you into the property to understand what's going on when it comes to the design and the tenancy mix, the placement of tenants around the property. So let's say you've been given a new property to work with, a new shopping centre. Doesn't matter the size, can be large, small or medium, doesn't matter. These are the two issues that I would take you into, property design first and also tenancy mix, but I would look at the property design firstly. So what do I look at? These things. In no particular order, you could review these and examine the property that you've been given to manage or lease with these particular topics in mind. So, the age of the property, understanding how long it's been there, how it works, and how successful it's been over time. Of course, the anchor tenants, there'll be 2 or 3 anchor tenants, maybe more, but 2 or 3 anchor tenants in the property. What's the leases doing for the anchor tenants? How are the anchor tenants supporting the overall property performance and the specialty tenants as well? Of course, you'll be looking at the car parking to see the dynamics of that and how it works for the customers to the overall shopping centre. Then there are clusters to look at. That's clusters of tenants. I'll go into that in a moment. Then there are common areas, of course. That will be the common areas running through the mall and how people use the common areas, whether they're indeed clean, they're practical, whether they encourage people to stay within the shopping centre. Then you would look at the entrance doors and understand what entrance doors are more relevant than others when it comes to bringing people into the property. Then have a look at the food court to understand its proximity to where people shop and where people stay within the asset. Then you go into the maintenance of the asset to understand what's going on, the safety of the property, the presentation of the property, that sort of thing. Another topic here is the plans and the as-built drawings. You need those to understand where the tenancies are placed, the design of the tenancies, the design of the property, all the other issues such as electrical, structural, ceiling grids, lighting, that sort of thing. Many different things to think about. Then you may wish to look at renovation requirements or renovation plans going on. Also roadway access to the property. How safe is it? How practical is it? Can it be improved? Can you lobby the local council within that? And then of course you'll look at your specialty tenants, then a tenancy mix as part of those two things. And then the transport points. Now, transport points, of course, will relate to where people come and go from the property. Sure, you've got a car park at the asset, but there'll be other transport points that may be buses, taxis, perhaps a railhead, something like that. Understand those things. So that's the physical side of the property. That's the physical side of the shopping centre. I would look at all of those things no matter what size shopping centre I'm working with. Once I've done that and I've made my notes and taken my photos, I then go into the tenancy mix to look at what I've got to deal with there. Now, the tenancy mix is quite complex. So these are the main topics, and I'll go into them more deeply in another video because, of course, there are many different things in each. But when you look at these topics, you've got the anchor tenants, understanding their leases. Look at this, for example, expiry dates, landlord covenants, lease details, lessor covenants, that sort of thing, rent structure, risk assessment, sales figures, the size of the anchor tenant. But when you go further from that, you've got many other things to think about. The clusters I mentioned earlier, and that will be the doors and entrances, the food hall, fashion, lifestyle, brands and chains, the service tenants, entertainment, and the lease details of all tenants. Beyond that, you've got to think about those particular tenants who may wish to contract, also those tenants that may wish to expand. And with an expansion and contraction, there'll be relocation requirements, all to do with whether you want the tenant to stay in the property and indeed whether the property can offer a better location for that tenant to encourage sales and property stability over time. The merchandise groups I put here for you, you may have more merchandise groups, but I'll put in the main ones here. The brands, of course, the destination tenants, fashion, food, lifestyle, and service type tenants, but there may be more in your property. Entertainment, for example. When you go beyond that, you've got to look at your pop-up tenants to see how many you've got, how they work, whether they're relevant, that sort of thing. Then you'll go down into the tenants that you need to relocate, and that will be as a review of all of these issues. Some tenants should be relocated. Indeed, some tenants should be removed from the property at the lease end. That's another thing to think about. So that's the start of the tenancy mix review. There's many other things that I'll go into further into this particular video. But think about these things, look at them all, because this will help you understand how to review the tenancy mix, how to get the facts on paper and work with that. And in the next video, I'll cover off on all of these other issues and some other things from the particular list overall. So don't forget to visit our website. There's plenty of ideas there to help you grow and thrive as a shopping centre leasing specialist and also as a shopping centre property manager. The retail shopping centre market, of course, is changing substantially, and you need to adjust to that. There are landlords out there who need your help when it comes to filling vacancies. Also property performance, to improve the income over time, to stabilise the income. That might be the first focus. And of course, filling the vacancies is part of that. Beyond that, you've got to go into other things such as lease documentation, merchandise activity with the tenants to ensure that they are encouraging customers to the property. And then you look at maintenance, many different topics within shopping centre performance to work on. So this is John Hyman signing off for now. Don't forget to subscribe here today to this program and you'll see the next videos as we put them out. And of course, visit our website, which is commercial-realestate-training.com. Catch you soon.